Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of our Back to Basics with B3 series. And today I'm going to be covering up all the basic things you should keep in your mind before you go get a foundation for yourself. And today we'll be talking about what foundation type is meant for your skin and what finish you should opt for and what coverage do you basically need. Also, if you haven't checked out the first video of our Back to Basics series, I'll have a link somewhere here, so make sure you go and check that out. And let's just talk about foundations. The cosmetic industry is growing so fast and we have so many variants of foundation available in the market. So often it becomes so challenging for us to pick the best one for us. So the very first thing I'm going to talk about is what type of foundation you should go for. So the foundations can be cream, powder, mousse, liquid, and it depends on what formula you are more comfortable with. So creams and powder products are great for people who travels a lot because it is very handy and it just fits perfectly into their pockets. Also, these are no fuss solutions. Also, skin type plays a huge role when it comes to choosing a foundation for yourself. So we have liquids which have matte finish and we have liquid foundation which has more satin finish. Liquid foundations with matte finish are great for people who have oily skin because it controls the oil. Whereas liquid foundations with satin finish are great for people who have more dry skin. Powders are generally in matte texture, so great for people who have oily skin because it controls the oil as well. Whereas creams are generally more natural to satin finish, which makes it a great pick for people who have dry skin. People with combination skin has to analyze their skin properly. They have to see which part of their face is more oily and which part of their face is more dry. Also, they can use a combination of those two, so they can choose a foundation which is a little bit more satin to natural finish, and they can take a compact which is more matte finish just to mattify the areas where they get more shine and oil. There are companies such as Faces, L'Oreal and MAC which produce mineralized products which are a great pick for people who have sensitive skin. So people with oily skin can go for the mineralized loose powder foundations which are great for oily skin, and people with dry skin can go for mineralized liquid foundation. Generally these have more satin finish in it. So just like concealers, we have different coverages in foundations as well. So we have foundations which gives you light to medium coverage, and we have foundations which gives you full coverage. So there is a notion in people's mind that a full coverage foundation is always the best, but that's not the case for everyone, and most of the time people tends to go for a coverage which is not really for their own skin. So if you are someone who has pretty much good skin and doesn't need to cover up too much, can go for a foundation which is light to medium coverage. Whereas if you have more blemish marks on your skin, can go for a coverage which is medium to full. Also, most of the time people get confused between the concept of coverage and texture. So when it comes to coverage, you can compare it with your liquid lipsticks or maybe matte lipsticks. So when you put those on, you can't really see your skin through. That's what a full coverage foundation would do to you. Whereas when it comes to texture, a full coverage foundation can hide the redness of your pimple, but the bump of your pimple will be there no matter what happens. So stop asking for full coverage foundation if you don't need it. Also, be realistic. The more of makeup you put onto your skin, the more of it will be visible. So if someone comes and tell you a full coverage foundation will look as natural as your skin, they are just lying to you. So when it comes to testing out the color foundation at the counter, there are few mistakes people make. One of them being testing out the color of the foundation onto their hand, which turns out to be a wrong color 99%. So make sure you test out the color onto your face, not onto your hand. So one of the ideal place to test out the color being the jawline. So you can just apply the color and bring it a little bit more down to see whether it matches with your neck or not. So if you look at this particular color, this looks way more lighter than my own skin color, and if I try to put it all across my face, I will look like a white ghost. And if you just notice this color, this blends pretty much into my skin, making it the perfect color for my skin. Whereas if you look at the last color, I don't really have to say anything. This is way darker than my own skin color. Also, people with uneven skin tone can try out the foundation onto different parts of your face. So you can try it onto your forehead, onto your cheek area and onto your jawline, and choose the one which looks the best on all of these three places. Keep in your mind that foundation is just going to even out your skin tone and is not going to make you look white and lighter than your own skin color. So don't go for a foundation which is lighter than your own skin tone. Whereas if you want to look more brighter, you can apply your foundation and concealer according to your skin color and then go ahead with a lighter color of foundation or a concealer just to highlight your center area to make your face look even more brighter yet natural. So that's it for today's back to basic lesson, and in my next video I will be taking you through how you can apply your foundation using different tools and brushes. And thank you so much for supporting this series, and I am so overwhelmed with all the comments you give me on my videos and I read them all. Give this video a big thumbs up if you feel this was helpful for you, and share it with your friends who would love to watch these sort of videos. Let me know in the comment box below what you liked most about this video. So that's all for today's video, and I'll see you next Thursday. Till then, stay bronze and keep blushing.